Hi everyone, welcome to Ignite Studio's instructional video for our DIY Gnome project. We're going to be making one of these little guys right here. Hopefully you have your supply pack already. If you don't, they are available at Ignite Studio in the Fishers Library. You can also pick them up at the Noblesville Library through the end of February. This is part of our Hamilton East Public Library's Cozy Winter program. That also is for the month of February, so check that out as well. So let's find out what's in your material pack. You should have 2 cone templates, a piece of felt, a wooden ball, a cotton ball, some embroidery thread, and a needle. You'll also need some glue. I'm using a hot glue gun, a pair of scissors, and some tape is helpful, although it's not necessary. I've cut out some of our material already, so let me get that out and show you. The large template for the base of our gnome, you can go ahead and use it, or you can use it as a template if you have your own paper that you'd like to use. It has an overlapping join tab right here, so I'm going to start by folding that. Makes it a lot easier. We'll put our glue on this, and while we're shaping our cone, it helps a little bit. I'm also going to, at the very end of this tab, I'm also going to cut just a little bit off of it. It makes it a little easier to fold. There we go. So I start at the top of the cone, tuck the tab in underneath, and it helps you join these edges together to make your cone. This is where the Scotch tape comes in handy. I'm going to tape just hold that in place a little bit. This is going to be under the hat, so you're not going to see that. And then what I'm going to do is just add glue to this tab and then adhere this edge to the tab. Okay, so these two are, the seams are together and your cone, your base cone is done. Before we make the hat, I will point out, if you'd like to do any kind of decorative embroidery on your hat, do that before we glue it together. That makes the sewing a lot easier for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around the base. And you want to leave about 2 inches or so, plenty of space for your nose and beard. So you just wrap that around when you decide where you want it. Flip it over, and we're going to just fold the felt part of the hat together and glue that seam down. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, not at the very bottom because we're going to be sewing down here. I'm going to show you a sewing embroidery stitch. I'm going to put a little dot to secure it down here, and then I'm just going to work my way up the cone. And there is your gnome. Next thing we're going to do is add the nose. You add a little bit of hot glue to the ball. Add it right here. This does set pretty fast, but I think I might lay it on the side for just a second while I get my beard all ready. Just kind of pull this cotton a little bit, as long as you want. I kind of make it into kind of a fan shape, and the narrow part will go up under the nose. And like I said, you can decorate this, make it your own. You can add pieces of fabric that you might have, pom-poms, yarn, buttons, anything you want you can adorn your little hat with, including some embroidery decor. And now I'm going to show you how to do this blanket stitch on the bottom. So you're going to take the hat off of your little head, And you're going to thread your needle, and you're going to double knot at the bottom. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your needle through start at the seam and put your needle through the outer fabric and pull that through. Then I'm going to go back under, and I'm going to put it about right where we had it, and go through both layers. Now, before this gets too taut, I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go through that loop and then straighten it out. Now you have to decide how you're going to do your stitches, how far apart, because you do want to make them all uniform. I'm going to move over maybe about 1/2 inch, and I'm going to bring my needle up through the back to the front. And before I tighten it all the way, I'm going to take my needle and loop it through this loop again. And that is what is going to create this horizontal stitch right here of the blanket stitch. And you just keep going around, go through the underside of the felt, out the outside, stick your needle through the hoop and pull. And you just do that all around your hem. I hope you have fun personalizing your gnome, and if you need or want more instructional videos, check out our YouTube channel. Have fun and happy making.